President Trump has issued a warning to Russia as the United States awaits responses to a ceasefire proposal. Tyrone Bowman, live. Welcome to the conversation on tonight. Welcome to the program, according to USA Today, an article written by Zach Anderson and Francesca Chambers. Check it out. As the United States waits for Russia to respond to a proposed ceasefire with Ukraine that was brokered by American officials, President Donald Trump is offering words of warning for Russian leaders. Trump added that he doesn't want to inflict harm on Russia, saying he wants to see peace after 3 years of fighting between the neighbors. The two-term U.S. president has been highly critical of Volodymyr Zelensky, chastising the Ukrainian leader on social media in a dramatic Oval Office clash. His latest comments are some of the strongest Trump has made toward Russia. Ukrainian leaders committed to the 30-day ceasefire, which would freeze the conflict along current battle lines on Tuesday, after holding talks with United States officials in Saudi Arabia. The United States resumed intelligence sharing and military assistance to Ukraine after Zelensky agreed to the ceasefire deal, the first step in trying to end the latest deadly conflict that started in February 2022. The assistance was paused after the Oval Office clash. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Wednesday that the United States will, quote, have contact with them today, close quote, referring to Russian leaders. As far as the Russian reaction to it, that's really the question here, Rubio said, adding, we're going to bring it to them directly. If the response is yes, then we know we've made real progress and there's a real chance at peace. If the response is no, it would be highly unfortunate and it would make their intentions clear. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said National Security Advisor Michael Waltz had a call with his Russian counterpart Wednesday. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff will travel to Moscow this week, she said. We urge the Russians to sign on to this plan, leaving it, Leavitt said. This is the closest we've been to peace in this war. We are at the 10th yard line, and the president expects the Russians to help us run this into the end zone, whatever. Ahead of the talks in Saudi Arabia, Rubio said negotiators would not be sitting in a room drawing lines on the map. However, Trump said Wednesday that the distribution of land had been discussed. You know, that's very familiar what the big three did. Winston Churchill, Stalin, and Roosevelt, when they divided up Europe. See, you have to become students of history. We've also discussed land and other things that go with it. We're not just doing it and saying ceasefire. Trump said, we know the areas of land we're talking about, whether it's pullback or not pullback. We've discussed a lot of the details of what has to go because we don't want to be wasting time. Trump in February said he would seek to get back as much of the land that Russia forcibly took from Ukraine as possible. The pledge came after his Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth warned that Kyiv needed to accept that returning to Ukraine's pre-2014 borders is an unrealistic objective. Tyrone Bowman, never surrender, never quit.